Hey Math 5 and happy Tuesday. Make sure that your Chromebook is charged and you're going to need some creativity flowing today as you are going to be introduced to the integers project that is going to start today and be due this Friday by the end of day at 3:30. I'm going to take us on over into Google Classroom so we can go over the project, the three choices that you'll have, the rubrics so you'll understand how you're being scored and other information that might be helpful as you begin to show what you know about integers. Okay, here we are, posted today, May 5th. You'll see under integers in classwork in Google Classroom, it says May 5th through 8th integer project. Ignore where it says no due date. As you'll see on the assignment, it is due Friday, May 8th. However, you can obviously turn it in late. You will lose points, as you'll see on the rubric, for timeliness, but I still want you to have the opportunity to turn it in, even if it is past May 8th. So here we go. It says, hey mathematicians, check out the project options for our unit on integers. This project is going to be equivalent to a test score. So make sure that you're putting in strong effort, you're being creative, and really demonstrating the depth of understanding that you have around integer operations, adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing, examples of integers, positive or negative whole numbers, as well as where we see integers in our daily life. The integer project is going to be due via email to me. So once you see the three options and you decide on an option, just know that it's going to be your responsibility to make sure that your project is emailed to me by Friday at 3:30. If you need help uploading pictures, video, anything you've created, please email me. I am happy to help you. Call or text someone from class, or you could ask someone at home for help in making sure that your attachments are successfully put onto the email. So today, your goal is to really read over the project directions, make sure that you have a thorough understanding of the expectation, and you're going to make a choice of which of the three projects you're going to complete, and you're going to turn that form into me so I have an idea of what you're working on this week. All right, let's click on integer project selection, and that's going to open up in a new window. Okay, so this project is going to be your big goal for the week, and this Google Doc is going to be your go-to. So this is going to house the expectations for the project, the rubrics, and any and all reminders. So when in doubt, check this document first, and then you can always email me if you have questions about what you're seeing. Again, this is going to be due this Friday by 3:30 p.m. via email. So, you guys, what are you going to do? You're going to pick one of the three project choices to complete. Again, you are picking one project. You're going to pick that here in Google Classroom this week, and you're doing this to show what you've learned and what you know about integers and integer operations. To complete your project, you can use really anything you want. So if you want to complete your project in Google Docs, Google Slides, Google Draw, a different website or a different web program that you feel comfortable with, you can use construction paper, markers, colored pencils. Some of you might choose to include some music. So you might see, you and Joey on the keyboard or the piano. Or LA doing something musical. It's really, really up to you. So the sky is your limit with this. Be creative, use cardboard that you have around the house, really do what piques your interest and something that you enjoy. All right. Before getting started, you're going to read over the three project choices that we're going to go over today in this video, and then make sure that you look at the scoring rubric as well. Option 1 is going to be creating an integer serial. So you, if you pick this project, would create a serial brand and box, including the front, back, and two sides that will advertise integers. So on your serial box, you would include real-life examples, math problems, and how-to guidelines for how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. So here is a chart that's going to show your rubric and how you will be scored. So down on the left-hand side are the categories in which you'll be scored on by me. So attractiveness, that means how it looks, the information that you include about integers, the information that you include about integer operations, adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing with negative and positive numbers, the accuracy of your content, so are the guidelines and the how-to for adding negatives and positives, is it correct? Is it accurate information? Your creativity, so the thought you put into it, the planning, and the effort to make it interesting and fun, and the timeliness. So you can get points for making sure that your project is turned in on time. So this first column here would be all the things that you need to do to show that you can demonstrate mastery of integers. So in order to demonstrate mastery of integers, you can read down through the column, and these are the things that would need to be included on your cereal box. So for this project, I would recommend taking an empty cereal box, or if you don't have a cereal box, any cardboard box would do. And you maybe would want to cover it in construction paper first, and then you could glue pictures, cut things out, use Sharpie to decorate your cereal box. Demonstrating mastery would be the highest of scores on your rubric, and again, you would have to meet the criteria in that column. One step down would be meeting expectations, meaning you're meeting the expectations for what is expected for you to know about integers as a 5th grader in this class. The next down would be approaching the expectations. So you're on your way to showing real understanding of integers, but you're not meeting them yet. You're getting there. And not yet means that you really are showing minimal understanding of where we are with integers. So your goal is definitely to be getting the meeting expectations. If you want to push yourself or you feel like, I rock at integers and I really, really know my stuff, then you want to be pushing yourself to demonstrating mastery. This is how you can show me what you know. I'm not going to read every single box here to you because you guys can all read. So again, part of your assignment today is to look over these boxes and email me today, Tuesday, if you have any questions about the project expectations. I promise I'll get back to you, and we can even hop into a Google Meet so you can ask me any clarifying questions about your project. The second of the 3 choices is to create an integer game. So you would design a board game or maybe a card game about integers. The game would need to include directions, an answer key, and questions, and all the material that someone would need so they could actually play your game. And again, you're going to read this rubric below for the specific requirements, but you're going to see very similar scoring categories, including attractiveness, how it looks, the rules for your game, are they clearly included? There's requirements for the type of questions that would need to be in your board game, the accuracy of the content. So are you demonstrating accurate understanding of how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide integers or real life examples? How creative your board game or card game is, and again, timeliness. And you'll see the same rankings here, demonstrating mastery, meeting expectations, approaching expectations, or not yet. So far you have creating an integer cereal or an integer board game or card game. And the last option is to create and compose an integer song. So get your creative juices flowing by composing a song and maybe even including some instrumental music all about integers. You could sing, you could rap, you could do like a choir and get members of your family involved. but you'll need to include a title for your song, and your lyrics will need to include, again, these how-to guidelines for each of the 4 operations for integers, and plenty of real-life examples of negative and positive whole numbers. More details can be found in the rubric, but the categories for the song are a little bit different. So there's clarity. How clear is your voice? Can I actually understand what you're singing or rapping? The lyrics. So you'll have to provide me with the written or typed lyrics that would match the song that you're singing. The mathematical, sorry, I'm kind of editing this document as I go, formatting. The mathematical content. So did you include lyrics on how to multiply a negative times a negative, or a positive times a negative, or a positive times a positive? So did you include all of the math content that's listed here? Is your content accurate? How creative are you? And again, timeliness. After you've read through all 3 of the project assignments, you're going to scroll down to the bottom, and it asks you if you have any questions before you pick, and you need to email me if you have questions before you commit to a project. Again, I'm happy to meet with you in Google Meet to go over any of this. And then when you're ready today, you're going to pick your project by filling in the blank below. I have decided to do project blank. So project 1, which is integer serial. Project 2, creating a board game or a card game about integers. Or project number 3, which is creating an original song about integers. It's a lot to read over, so take your time, read carefully, and make sure you understand this is everything you need to do to demonstrate mastery, everything you need to do to meet the minimum expectations. This is what you would need to show to prove to me that you're approaching understanding, and then this is what, if you turned it in, would demonstrate that you do not yet have the expected level of understanding for integers. So that document will be here in Google Docs for you. For today, Tuesday, your job is to read over the projects and then turn into me in Google Classroom which project, 1, 2, or 3, you're choosing to complete. It's also your responsibility to email me with any questions. We'll continue to have our mandatory Google Meets, so I'll see a handful of you tomorrow, Wednesday at 11 o'clock for our regular meeting session. Fridays will continue to be optional, so if you want to log in on Friday and have me take a look at your project or get any feedback before you hand it in, that would be a great plan too. Pace yourselves out. You have the rest of the week, today through Friday at 3:30, to be working on your assignment. So kind of plan out for yourself a little bit that you're going to do each day. Everyone will be completing their own project, but of course, call a friend from class, reach out to someone. If you want to run an idea past them, you're more than welcome to get ideas from each other. Collaboration is always better than working totally by yourself. So as always, email me with any questions you have, and I'm super excited to see what you guys come up with. Have fun with this, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.